Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about replication task in IICS. What is the replication task? It is a task which is used to replicate data from a database table or an on-premise application to a desired target. You can choose to replicate all the source rows or the rows that have changed since the last runtime of the task, using built-in incremental processing mechanism of the replication task. Let's get started. In order to create a replication task, we will click on New Asset. We will select Replication Task here. As you can see, the definition here: copy data from a Salesforce or a database source to a database or file target. Source can only be a database object or a Salesforce object. Target can be a database object or a flat file. We'll click on Create. Now we will have to give name to our replication task. In this example, we are going to replicate employee as well as customer data. So we will give the name as replication underscore employee underscore customer. Description we can give: to replicate data of employee source and customer source. Source connection we can choose Oracle. Flat file is not available here. Objects to replicate: now you can select either all objects and exclude some of the objects or include some of the objects as per your requirement. So this is the difference between replication task and synchronization task. In replication task, you can replicate all objects in one go, while in synchronization task, you can only synchronize one object at a time. In this case, we are going to replicate two tables, so we will select include object and we will select employee source as well as customer source table. Error handling we can apply here. If an error occurs while processing an object, we can either cancel processing the remaining rows or we can continue processing the remaining objects. We'll click on next. Source we have given all the information. Now we'll give information for the target. Target connection we can choose flat file or Oracle. So we will choose flat file here, target connection. We have chosen two source tables, so we will get two flat files at the target location with the same name, and they can either be prefixed with the prefix of our choice. We can give here bkn underscore, because replication task means taking backup of your data, so we have applied prefix here bkn. This is completely as per your choice, whatever you want to give. Load type we can choose here option, either incremental processing we can choose or we can choose full load. In incremental processing we have two options: incremental load after initial full load or incremental load after initial partial load. In this case we will select full load each run. Delete options also you can give. You can either remove deleted columns and rows or you can retain them. In advanced options you can give commit size, maybe 10,000 rows. In our case we have a very small source table, so we will not give these options here. We'll click on next. Now let me show you the source tables here. For the customer, if you see, we have two records, one for Pune, one for Bengaluru. We have ID, name and city. For the employee source, if you see, we have 6 records, 3 records for department 10 and 3 records for department 20. Also we have the salary column here. Now we can exclude some of the fields which we don't want to get displayed in the backup file. So we can click on exclude fields, we'll select the object as employee source. In employee source, we think that salary is sensitive information, confidential information, so we'll not display that in the backup object. If we want to exclude some fields in the other source table, we can again click on exclude fields. We'll select the customer source, and in this one maybe we don't want to display the city. We can click on city here, or maybe you can remove city. You can include city and you can remove the name here. This is just an example. If you don't want to exclude any field, you can just click on next and ignore these options here. Now you can apply data filters. You can apply row limit. Since we have very small tables, we will not apply any row limit. Data filters we can apply. We'll select employee source and the column on which we want to apply the filter. Maybe department. We want only data of department 10. If you want to apply another filter, you can click again new. We will select customer source. Maybe city you want only Pune data. We will click on next. Schedule. We don't want to give any schedule. We want to run this on demand. We will click on finish. So we have created the replication task for the employee as well as the customer table. With the same replication task, you are going to replicate two tables into flat files. When you run this replication task, you can see the status in My Jobs. It is starting now. After starting, it will go into running state. After running state, it will go into either success or failure. So you can see it is running now. As we saw that we have applied some field exclusions as well as some filters. So as per that, from the employee table, we will get only department 10 records. So 3 rows we will get. And we have excluded one column, so we will not get salary column. From the customer source, if you see, we have applied one filter, that is city should be Pune, so we'll get only one record, and we are not going to display the name of the customer, so this column will be excluded. If you see, this replication task has succeeded. You can see that in this replication task you have two subtasks, one for employee, one for customer. If you click on this, you will get the details here. For customer, you have 1 rows processed. For employee, you have 3 as per the expectation. Again, you can click on data integration. You can click on replication task. So you will see the details like this as well. Now you can go to the target path and you can see 2 files have been created. One for the employee source with 3 records, no salary column. One for the customer with only 1 record and no name of the customer here. City is only Pune. So this is how we created the replication task for multiple objects, how we ran it, and how successfully we got the backup files here. And we have also seen the difference between a replication task and a synchronization task. In replication task, you can replicate multiple objects in one go, but in synchronization task, you can synchronize only one table at a time. In replication task, you saw that you didn't get any option of applying transformation, but in synchronization task, you got the option to apply transformation before loading into the target. You can use expression transformation there, or you can do lookup on another table to get the value for a column. So these two are the major differences. Another difference is that in replication task you have the option of incremental processing, while in synchronization task you will have to handle this incremental processing on your own, but in replication task you have that option inbuilt. So we have completed this session. Thanks for watching. Keep learning.